Hello, boys and girls. Today we're going to talk about probability. Probability. I sounded that out. I didn't really know how to pronounce it, but when I sounded it out, I think I did a pretty good job of figuring it out. Now, what we're going to look at is we're going to look at probability of picking something, like picking a candy out of a jar or picking heads and tails on a coin. So my class really know how to do this well. So I am going to ignore my class today and I'm going to pick the other grade 3-4 class. And we'll see if they know it as well as my class does. Now, I have a quarter here in my hands. Now, if I take this quarter and I flip it into the air, and it comes down on a moose, but it's really a caribou, that is the tail. The other side is the queen, which is her head. So, what's the probability of either getting the caribou or getting the queen's head? Let's see, how about Arthur? Arthur, what's the chance, do you think, of getting the caribou? Okay, one out of two, that's correct, yep. If I flip it in the air, you got 1 out of 2 chances because it's either going to land on heads or it's going to land on tails. Okay, how about Lucas? Lucas, what's the chance of me throwing it up in the air, missing it, picking it up, and then flipping it over and it landing on heads? Okay, what do you think it is? Come on. Lucas, come on, I want an answer. 1 out of 2, you're correct. Perfect, that's exactly right. So, technically, if I took this coin and flipped it 100 times, how many heads and how many tails would I have? How about Chloe? Chloe, how many, if I flip this coin 100 times, how many heads should it land on and how many tails should it land on? If it's 1 out of 2 chances of landing on either the head or the tail. Okay, so 100. Yeah, okay. Yes, okay. 100, you divide it by 2 or cut it in half, and that's 50. Right on. Good job, Chloe. So I have, if I flip this 100 times, chances are I'd have 50 heads and I would have 50 tails. And I don't have any tail. So I would not have 1 tail. How could I have 50 when I don't even have 1? That is impossible. So, in a way, Chloe, you're wrong. Okay, so next what we're going to talk about my beautiful box of candy here. And we're going to figure out the probability of picking either a grape candy, an apple candy, or a lime candy. Now, the first thing we got to do is, like on the coin, which is here, we have to figure out how many total items there are. On this one, you've got a head and a tail, so the total amount is 2. So you have 1 chance in 2. This one here, we have more than 2. So we got to figure out how many there are in total. So we've got to, what do we have to do? How about Eva? Eva, tell me, what are we going to do? Oh, yeah, that's right. We're going to count them all, aren't we? That's exactly right. So we're going to count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we've got 12 altogether. There are 12 candies in the box. Now, that's the total number. So, what would be the probability of picking a lime? How about Aaliyah? What's the chance of picking a lime, Aaliyah? Okay, count them then. That's what you're supposed to do. Okay, how many is it? Well, 3 is right. We've got 1 here. We got another one here, that's 2. We got another one here, that's 3. So what's the probability of picking a lime? 3 out of 12, that's correct. 3 out of 12. What would be the probability of picking a grape? How about Seth? Seth? Oh, I caught you sleeping. Come on, look over here. I told your classes, and my class listens to everything all the time. There's never anybody that doesn't pay attention. Caught you sleeping. Oh my goodness, Seth, come on. Tell me the answer. So what's the chance, Seth, of picking grape? Okay, how many are there? 4 is correct. We've got 1. We've got 2. We've got 3. And we've got 4. So, what would be the chance then, Seth? 4 out of 12. That would be correct. You would have 4 chances out. Well, that's a terrible O. Of 12. 4 chances out of 12 of picking a grape. And how about my favorite flavor candy, apple? How about this one for Brody? Brody, can you tell me what would be the chance of picking an apple? Oh my goodness, that was fast. He said there are 5 apples up there, so the chance of picking it would be 5 out of 12. Let's see if he's right. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1 more here is 5. So that would be 5 out of 12. So he is correct. Okay, now, here's a trick one for you. Very hard one. This is for Cassidy. Cassidy, if I just took my hand and stuck it in the box, what type of candy would I most likely choose? If I just took my hand and stuck it in the box and pulled one out, what one would I most likely choose? Okay. Do you know, Cassidy? Yes, that's right. It'd be the one that has the most, which is the apple, which has 5, because if you're putting your hand in there, chances are you're going to pick the one that has the most. And apple has the most. Good job. Okay. Which one would be the one that you would pick the least? What one do you think? If I stuck my hand in there, what one would be the one that I picked the least? How about Abigail? Abigail, what do you think would be the one that I would pick the least? Okay, yes, you're right. It's the lime one because there's only 1, 2, 3 lime. So that would be 3 out of 12. So if I stick my hand in there, the chances, the one that I would not pick probably would be the 3 out of 12, which would be the lime. So that's good. Now, how about let's see now. If I wanted a grape, and how about Calvin wanted a lime, what would be the probability, Calvin, of one of us getting the type we wanted? You want a grape, and I want a lime. You'd have to, that's right, you have to add the lime and the grape together, or the lime and the, yeah, that's the lime and the grape together, and then it'd be out of 12. So let's see how many lime we have. We've got one, let's do it, we'll put an X on it. That's one lime. That's two limes. That's three limes. And grapes, this is 4. Another grape is 5. Another grape is 6. And another grape is 7. So the probability of picking either grape or lime would be 7 out of 12, because you just add the two types together. And if I wanted to choose either an apple, a grape, or a lime, what would my chances be of picking that one? How about Lauren? Oh, let's see. Lauren, do you know? Oh, that is a hard one, isn't it? You're right. It'd be 12 out of 12 because I named all of them. And if I stuck my hand in that box, I've got to get a grape or a lime or an apple. There is no other kinds in there, so I would have to get one of them. So it would be 12 out of 12, and that would be the correct answer. And that's probability. Don't forget, if I flip my quarter, how many heads am I going to have? And how many tails? I've only got one head, and I don't have any tails. So I would get one head, and I would get no tails. And that is the correct answer. Bye for now.